the day that they were required to release all of the files, still at 1%. So we're doing the reporting. And it comes as a new K-File report tonight. Shows the woman Jeffrey Epstein, called his, quote, great defender, was much more involved in his legal and media strategy than previously known. Kathy Ruemmler is a Goldman Sachs executive, also a former Obama White House lawyer. She was deeply involved in defending him, even appeared to play a role in pressing to kill an ABC interview with an Epstein survivor from even airing, according to a new court document. K-File's Andrew Kaczynski is out front. And Andrew, obviously, she is still in a great position of power. Now, you've looked through this legal document, the specific one that I just referred to, all, top to bottom. What did you find out?
Well, Aaron, this document gives the clearest picture yet about how much Jeffrey Epstein relied on Kathy Ruemmler. Not casually, but repeatedly, and at moments when the stakes for him were the highest. Now, it comes from a civil lawsuit that was brought by two of Epstein's victims against the executors of his estate, who are accused of helping enable his crimes. Those are allegations they strongly deny. The estate was required to turn over what's known as a privilege log. Now, under attorney-client privilege, lawyers don't have to release the contents of confidential legal communications, but they had to identify, in this case, that those communications existed and describe in general terms what they were about. Now, we don't know exactly what was in those emails, but these descriptions alone are actually very revealing. The log details thousands of emails between Epstein and his attorneys, and more than 300 of them include Kathy Ruemmler, including 150 direct exchanges between her and Epstein. The estate has repeatedly described her in these notes as providing legal advice, drafting statements to the media, advising on how to respond to abuse allegations, weighing in on victim settlements, and communicating about inquiries from lawmakers who wanted to investigate him. One episode we found that stands out in particular, it shows just how high the stakes were for Epstein. It was April 2015. ABC News was preparing to air an on-camera interview with Epstein victim Virginia Roberts Giuffre. I know you've interviewed her family before on the show. And she was going to publicly accuse Epstein of sexually abusing her when she was a teen and trafficking her to powerful men. Now, after ABC News reached out to Epstein, the filing shows he quickly reached out for legal advice. That included Ruemmler. The log appears to show her on more than a dozen emails with descriptions like negotiations with a media outlet to prevent false allegations from being aired and how to deal with media coverage of claims against Epstein. The filing also says that Ruemmler sent a document to Epstein's longtime personal attorney labeled Letter to ABC Draft 3 KR. Seemingly, she added her own initials there. The very next day, Epstein's longtime personal attorney sent a formal letter to ABC warning them about airing the interview. This interview never airs. ABC later said the story hadn't met their standards to air.